10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I also need to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled for the first 10 minutes. Meaning, if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you need to be a subscriber to the channel for at least 10 minutes. I also have another channel, a smaller channel, called Latina Diaspora, where I talk about issues as pertaining to Latinos, particularly Latinos living in the United States. So, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notifications to all on both channels. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate your love, your continued support. I also going to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly when it comes to Instagram and TikTok. Your continued support really touches my heart. I also want to make a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and all those who watch from the clouds, even the haters. Okay. So before we get to the main topic, which is Eboni K. Williams, the single mom, I'm going to give you my thoughts. This is going to be a reaction video to another regarding O'Shea Duke Jackson, regarding Eboni K. Williams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another episode of In My Words. Well, first of all, let me just say happy Father's Day to all the biological fathers, adoptive fathers, foster fathers, stepfathers, um, all the grandfathers, uncles, older brothers, older cousins, any male that had played a positive role model to someone. Today is your day. Unfortunately, excuse me. Unfortunately, the reality is that when it comes to Father's Day, well, it is a almost a forgotten holiday. Um, of course, people focuses on Mother's Day, and don't get me wrong, We need to honor our mothers because they are the unsung heroines. Okay, they're the ones that, although the biological mothers are the first person we see when we come out the womb, and we have most of us enjoy close ties to our mothers. But nevertheless, when it comes to the fathers, they play a huge role. First of all, they serve as provider, protector. Also, they apply life lessons to us to follow. And when it comes to daughters is concerned, they orient them as far as how they conduct themselves as ladies, and to be mindful of that there are certain men out there that do try to take advantage of women for their own selfish carnal desires. And the fact of the matter is that the fathers, when I mean the fathers, I mean the responsible ones, they are truly an unsung hero. Unfortunately, we're living in a day and age where many people shun the fathers. Um, it is because they don't recognize the positive role that a father will have for their child. Okay. Now, I do believe, okay, and this is just my humble opinion, that for a child to have a healthy environment, they need to have a healthy female role model, which is the mom, and a healthy male role model, which is the father. Okay. And many of us enjoy good relationships with our fathers. And I said many of us. Nevertheless, there are those that for whatever reason they don't enjoy a close bond with their fathers for multiple reasons. Okay. Also, we're living in a day where there are some mothers that try to prevent their own offspring to develop close ties with their fathers due to past conflicts, which unfortunately the mother has not fully healed. Okay. Also, we have to bear in mind that for some of us, this is a bittersweet time because our fathers are no longer with us physically, mainly due to death. Um, of course, I belong to this category because it's going to be 12 years that my father passed away. However, I honor my father, I respect my father, I love my father, um, and the best way that we can honor the memories of the fathers that are no longer live with us by applying the life lessons that they taught us and for us to be the best version of ourselves. Okay, that's the best way to honor the memory of our fathers who are no longer with us. Okay, and if there's going to be any healing with the nuclear family, it's going to have to begin with the recognition that a mother and a father are both necessary um, for a child to receive a proper environment. Okay, a loving environment, a nurturing environment. We do understand that there are those who, because of issues, have to separate themselves through divorce. And many times, whenever there's a divorce, unfortunately, the children suffers, and sometimes the offspring feel responsible and feel feelings of guilt because both their parents are not present at the same time. So it's really important for both parents that to illustrate to their children that even though maybe they may not be together, but they both love love their children, and then they'll be there whenever they need their love and support. Okay, and of course, let me just show you. Excuse me, just give me a moment. And this is a picture of my father, Gumasingo Negro. Um, you know that he's wearing a cowboy hat because my father loved westerns. In fact, he was referred to as the Puerto Rican cowboy. So this is just my way of honoring my father. And I'm just going to say a few words in Spanish. El papi siempre me te llevará a mi corazón. Te extraño mucho, pero yo sé que tú estás gozando del cielo con mami y con nuestros hermanos. Te amo mucho y te nunca te olvidaré. So basically, I say I love him and I'll never forget. Okay, so that's that's my thoughts. And of course, as I illustrated, the next 2 weeks schedule is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little bit more fluid due to other obligations I have. So I'm doing a stream tonight. I'll be doing a stream on Wednesday night. Both tonight's stream and Wednesday night's stream will be on this channel. And on Thursday, I'll be doing a stream regarding. Actually, I stand corrected. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a stream regarding why Latino support Donald Trump. That will be on my other channel, which is Latino Diaspora. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts why there are Latinos that currently support Donald Trump. People know that I'm not too crazy about him, but then again, I'm not too crazy about both candidates. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to get into the main topic. Now, before I get into the main topic, let me just state that the link to join the panel has been pinned. If anyone wishes to join the panel and to opine regarding the topic, they may do so. Again, let me make this perfectly clear that if I never seen you or heard from you before, I will insist that you come up in the backstage. So therefore, I'll need to make sure that you don't flash anything inappropriate, which would cause the good people of YouTube to take down the stream. Okay. I mean, excuse me. So, excuse me. Because here on this platform, this is a safe space for people to come and express their point of views. And if people have a contrary view, that's perfectly fine. Okay? We can agree to disagree. Okay? So with that being said, okay, let me just give you a little background history regarding Eboni K. Williams. Okay, she is a young Afro-American woman. Okay, she is 40 years old. Okay, she's been on numerous TV series, and she is an attorney. In fact, She studied in one of the most prestigious law colleges in the country. I think she graduated with high honors. Okay, so she's definitely a very smart lady. Okay, now many of us became familiar with Ebony K. Williams when she made her remark regarding the bus driver and how certain men took offense to her remarks. Okay, I have also addressed this topic on my stream, and this is what I said before, and the same thing applies to tonight's topic. Ebony K. Williams, just like every other adult, has the right to choose who they wish to date and how to conduct one's life. Okay. Um, Again, there was a men that was really got upset, but my only concern was that maybe the reason why she has not been successful is that maybe she's not being realistic regarding her dating preferences. Okay. Again, this is her life. This is how she wishes to conduct herself. Now, in another video that she did, she spoke about how women, particularly African American women, should go to a sperm bank in order to be um, impregnated, in order to have children, due to the so-called lack of quality black men available. Okay. I disagree with the whole premise. Okay. In my humble opinion, there are a great deal of um, quality African American men. Okay. Now, in all fairness, most men, whether it be black, white, or whatever, whatever I disagree, make about $40,000 to $45,000 a year. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, in the last couple of years, $40,000 to $45,000 a year is considered poor. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. Now, she spoke about that women, black women, shouldn't have to be at the mercy trying to find a black man, the quality black man to marry, and become single moms. Okay, actually tonight, Irby, we're going to be talking about Ebony K. Williams again and her decision to become a single mom. Okay. Good evening, April Schultz. Thank you very much for stopping by. I was in your chat earlier, but I just had to bounce because that person was, I don't know, you have someone in your panel that kind of like sound a little bit out of line. So I just decided to bounce. So getting back to the topic. Okay. Yeah. Getting back to the topic. So she spoke about, and that she'd done research as far as going to sperm banks where black men donated their DNA in order to become pregnant. Okay, thank you. So now we find out that Ebony K. Williams is pregnant through artificial insemination and that she's expecting a girl. Okay. Now let me just state for the record. I don't have an issue per se with her taking that route. Okay. My concern is this. Now you can call me old fashioned or whatever, but for a child to grow up in a healthy environment, they need the upbringing of a mother and father. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not, and there are single moms that have done a great job raising their children by themselves, and they deserve all the credit in the world behind that. Okay. But we also need to acknowledge that not every single mom is a great mom, and there's some single moms that have done a poor job. The same way there are single dads that have not done a great job either. Okay. But there's a lot of issues behind. First of all, Ebony Williams is 40 years old. Okay. So she's considerably past what one considered to be the normal age to conceive. Okay. So once you get past 35 and things of that nature, it is considered a geriatric pregnancy. And the older that you become pregnant, the more risk are involved. Okay. Also, we have to understand that Ebony K. Williams is a very busy person. She is a lawyer and things in that nature, and that for a person to raise a child by themselves is very hard. Okay, granted, she has the resources to get to hire a nanny and other staff, but my concern is the message that it brings. And already we're living in an environment where women are encouraged to become single parents. Because what happens is, if a woman becomes a single parent, we have the government that come to assist in the form of public assistance, in the form of food stamp benefits, as far as Medicaid, and as far as Section 8, and as far as childcare. I mean, all the multiple social services. Okay. Um, and the whole notion that there are not enough great black men out there, I disagree 100%. Okay. There are a great deal of wonderful African American men who will make great husbands. The problem is that you have, I'm going to keep it real, some women have outrageous expectations what they expect a guy to be. Okay, they expect the guy to be 6 feet tall. They expect him to have a six pack. They expect him to have a six-figure income. They expect him to be a traditional male when they're not a traditional female, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is the whole thing, and I'm gonna play a video clip. Okay. And actually, some of the stuff that she said was, well, I find it very cringy. Okay. But I mean, look, this is my thing. Again, that's her choice. Um, I I think she should have. What she should have done is have an evaluation regarding why she's not able to find the right person. I'm not saying it's completely her fault. I'm saying is there are many different factors. That is what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. Now, before I share, let me just state that this is under fair use, so I'm going to be stopping. I'm going to be stopping here and there to give my critique. So just give me a moment. hopefully, let's see. Just bear with me a moment. Okay, so now I'm going to play the video clip, and I'm going to be stopping every so a couple. Good evening, Tiger Job. Thank you very much for stopping by. So tonight's topic is Ebony K. Williams, the single mom. So I'm just going to. This is going to be a reaction video, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Many of you brothers sent me this information once you got a hold of it, and it has everything to do Eboni K. Williams. Eboni K. Williams is an attorney, TV show host, which is interesting because she can't stay at a network for long. Mostly all of those guys got fired from the Rio, as you know. And it was just a quite terrible experience. And her career has been sort of tumultuous with, just keeping steady work in the entertainment industry. Real Housewives, that's not working out. Eboni K. Williams has been adamant about Black women taking the opportunities to do artificial insemination, largely because of the marriage pool of Black men. It's just not there. I know that you don't believe me, so I have some proof to back that up, and then I'll come back.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even.
Now, I have a huge, okay, this is the thing. She speaks about all the different options. What about the option of trying to set realistic values when it comes to men? What about trying to heal whatever trauma from past relationships? Okay, that's just my own humble opinion. Now we will continue, of course, again under fair use.
Of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of Black sperm. Because most Black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families. And that means we want Black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely.
First of all, let me explain it. If you had realistic, criteria regarding men, you wouldn't have to go through the situation of going to a sperm bank to try to get artificial insemination in the first place. Okay? So spare me the cap. Okay? And again, how many men out there, period, make over six figures a year and 6 feet tall and have a six pack? Really? We will continue.
What's good, everybody? Okay. What's good? That you don't believe me, so I have some.
Because Black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient.
Now, she said that does not serve our best interests. Okay? In other words, your ridiculously high standards. Okay? Again, she is free to pursue whatever standards she wishes for as a male. But just be mindful. There's a very few number. And those who are out there, they choose who they pick. And normally they pick a younger version of an Eboni K. Williams. Okay? Yeah, she was engaged to a white dude. It didn't work out, whatever reason. Now we will continue. Fair use.
Boy, let's get her.
Expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which Black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of Black sperm. Because most Black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families. And that means we want Black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of Black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single Black women who think this may be an option.
Boy.
Okay, first of all, this so-called option is no option. Okay. And this is the reason why the family is what it is today. And again, as long as you have some women who have these outrageous expectations, guess what? You're going to stay single. Okay. So I guess it's either in artificial inseminated or get yourself a dog. We will continue fair use. Excuse me.
Get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend. It's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of Black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single Black women who think this may be an option, either now or maybe later. Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new Black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of Black sperm. It's set to open its doors in D.C. later this year, and it will also have drop-off locations in Atlanta and Houston, Texas. And number 2, be proactive. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable Black sperm. You register with all 4 of the big cryobanks, and this includes California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax Cryobank, and Zytex.
That is
Um, yeah, that's the whole point. The reason why they chose to go to a sperm bank, because guess what, folks? These snowflakes want a unicorn. Okay, you're talking about, again, people who are making high income. High income men get to pick who they wish to date and marry. Okay, and that's the problem. Maybe 1% of the men in this country fall into the high value category. And guess what, folks? They decide who they're going to date and marry, not the women. So, of course, the only other option for a lot of these women is to become artificially inseminated. Oh, guess what? Get a dog. Now we will continue on the fair use.
Of being chose. Number 1, please check out You register with all 4 of the big cryobanks, and this includes California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax Cryobank, and Zytex.
That is our beloved Eboni K. Williams talking about this in detail. Now, to be honest, it seemed like right after this video, Eboni K. Williams was sounding more and more like Kevin Samuels. She was telling black women to get married out of college. You know, she was changing up her tune a little bit.
As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year.
That statement alone has a lot of the sisterhood upset with her. Now,
But it seems like for Eboni K. Williams, that was a little bit too late. Eboni K. Williams has become pregnant. I don't know exactly how. I'm assuming artificial insemination with black sperm, but I am bothered by this comment that she made. Eboni K. Williams, thank you, God. Abundantly blessed and so excited to welcome my daughter to this world. Then she reads the scripture, he will give you the desires of your heart. Psalms 37:4.
Now, this is where I find this completely offensive. I don't know what is her relationship with the Lord, okay? But how in the heck you expect God to bless something that's not biblical, okay? And you're going to cite Psalm 37, verse 4, which says, delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Now, explain to me where in the Bible does it say that it is a blessing for a single mom to be artificially inseminated? Please, what version in the Bible does that say that? What version? And this is where I'm triggered. I'm not triggered that she decided to go through this route. I'm not triggered with her belief that there is not a great deal of qualified black men out there. But she's using scripture to bless something that God cannot bless. And I'm not saying, okay. And a lot of these people that donate sperm do it because they're fat broke. So this is the cringiest part of the whole video. Her scrolling Psalm 37 verse 4, asking God to bless something that's not biblical. Excuse me. Can you say chutzpah? Can you say gall? Okay. Now we will continue. And again, fair use.
Sorry, man. I've seen so many African American women use religion to their advantage point or to their position. But what they're doing, in my opinion, would be out of the context of God in the first place. And this is one of the things that really keeps, a lot of men from dealing in the black community, because of this jaded religious point of view. First of all, you don't want to do what the scriptures are telling you in the first place, which is to do what? Okay. Find a husband, submit to that husband. That man is second before God.
That's exactly the point. Some of these women want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional female. And no, I'm not saying this again. Don't misconstrue this. She has the right to make whatever decision that she wishes. I mean, hey, if she wants to have 5,000 dogs, that's fine with me. If she wants to go through, become a single mom through artificial insemination, that's fine with me. But to actually quote scripture to bless and sanctify this act, no way. I'm sorry. No way whatsoever. Yes. Now we will continue. And again, fair use.
Before God, you have a problem with that. It didn't say submit to him if he makes more money than you. That's not what the scripture says, does it? Shout out to David Carroll who pointed that out. No, it doesn't say that. It says submit to that man, and children should happen in the context of marriage. Everything else should be considered an abomination. And we see people thanking God for things that are abominations. You see it a lot on Facebook, man. This is one of the reasons why I had to stop being so active on Facebook on my individual profiles. You would have chicks, single moms, pregnant by 2 or 3 different guys, talking about how blessed they are to get pregnant. And all of the kids have different dads. And, this is a blessing. My kid is a blessing. And I'm thinking, well, is that what your Bible says in your head? Or is that what the Bible says in the actual book? Because in actuality, that's not the case. Furthermore, what does this indicate to Eboni K. Williams? It indicates that, well, you failed, okay? You're beautiful, for sure. Educated, you had your opportunities with black men and white men. Couldn't close the deal. Whose fault is that? So let's now make it.
Now this is an important point that's being made. She dated black men, she dated white men. Okay. Now she's gonna have to be responsible for some of the stuff for her relationships failing. I'm not saying all, I say some. Because when everything is said and done, it takes 2 people to create a relationship and 2 people to end a relationship. Okay. And I said this before when it comes to my ex-wife. The reason why we ended up in divorce because we were both playing a role in it. I never blamed my ex-wife for the entire divorce. We both play a role. And guess what? That is the responsible, mature thing to do. And now we will continue again for use.
Or is that what the Bible says? I know that you don't believe me in the actual book, because in actuality, that's not the case. Furthermore, what does this indicate to Eboni K. Williams? It indicates that, well, you failed, okay? You're beautiful, for sure. Educated, you had your opportunities with black men and white men. Couldn't close the deal. Whose fault is that? So let's now make it seem good by shifting the goalposts to say that God gives you the desires of your heart. In actuality, I don't want to buy that, because you want to know who will suffer the most? The kid. A lot of these people, and I think about this, and I dare not compare her to Cynthia G, but I want to just talk about Cynthia G. I know that.
Okay. I can understand why there's difference between her and Cynthia G, but this is the hypocrisy regarding Cynthia G. She talking about how black men are dusty, black men are this, black men are trash. But guess what, folks? She got pregnant by a black man. Okay? And she lost her channel. Why? Because she refused to comply with the guidelines of YouTube. And a lot of the stuff was considered hate speech. Okay? But do you see her taking accountability? No. It's everybody but it's her fault. And basically, what I see is similarity between Cynthia G and Eboni K. Williams. It is unfortunately that she never got the therapy or whatever that she needed in order to heal, because perhaps if she did, she would have found the appropriate suitor and then have children. But I mean, I'm just an old, lonely, pathetic, senile white guy. So, and we will continue. Okay, fair use.
Of
It indicates. I know that you don't compare her to Cynthia G, but I want to just talk about Cynthia G. Cynthia G was another person who, in my honest opinion, was unstable. Not saying Eboni K. Williams is. I'm just saying she's another person who's unstable. And she got pregnant, not for the reason of staying with that man. Cynthia G got pregnant to have a child. And Cynthia G could not even love her child enough to stop her shenanigans here on YouTube. Okay? She could not get away from herself. So when the child was born, she had all the opportunities to clean her act up. She had every opportunity to do the right thing, but she didn't. Cynthia G blew a $20,000 a month income, right? Because of her hatred of the Black community and Black men, and lost that income, got kicked off of the platform, and probably met poverty. But she didn't care about that kid. If she did, she would have stopped. She didn't care about that kid enough, because if she did, she would give that kid a father that would actually be in his life. But it's about what they want. It's the desires of your heart, and that's the similar thing wrong with Eboni K. Williams. But what about what's best for the kid? They don't care. And how do these kids turn up? Over the last 50 years in the Black community, I know it's taboo to talk about this, but in comparisons to other kids, you see, we're always talking about the absentee Black father. All Black men don't want to step up in their relationships and take care of their women. Well, if that is the case, why would you want to put your child in more danger? And I'm talking about those who have this particular.
Very valid point. Very valid point. If you truly believe that there are very few African American men that will stay with the mother, why allow yourself to get pregnant by a dude that's not going to be there? Explain that to me, please. Explain that to me. We will continue fair use, and it's just a couple more minutes, and then we'll continue.
Hatred of the Black community and Black men, and lost that income, got kicked off of the platform, and probably met poverty. But she didn't care about that kid. If she did, she would have stopped. She didn't care about that kid enough, because if she did, she would give that kid a father that would actually be in his life. But it's about what they want. It's the desires of your heart, and that's the similar thing wrong with Eboni K. Williams. But what about what's best for the kid? They don't care. And how do these kids turn up? Over the last 50 years in the Black community, I know it's taboo to talk about this, but in comparisons to other kids, you see, we're always talking about the absentee Black father. All Black men don't want to step up in their relationships and take care of their women. Well, if that is the case, why would you want to put your child in more danger? And I'm talking about those who have this particular argument. I'm not saying Eboni K. Williams will, but I'm sure she has a very similar argument from what I've heard her talk about. Why do you then become mothers and then put your kid through that stress if you feel like, well, it's going to be hard, it's struggle, it's difficult? People believe because they have money, because they have education, being a parent is easy. It's not easy. Of a young child, it's not easy, especially being a girl parent. No father figure there to be there with the child. It's really sad. And I hate to see our kids come up in the Black community like that, because they're already at a disadvantage. You know, they don't know how to communicate with the opposite sex. And that goes for men and women, children alike. They both suffer. No one wins in such a scenario. Nobody wins. And we're always putting people in. No one wins. Even the mother who feels like she's gaining something because she wants a kid, she doesn't win. I've seen it all the time, especially in America, and now I live in Africa. I don't know how many women I come across that want to have a child, or that go out there and have a child. You know who suffers? Everyone else. Society suffers. And there's a lot of evidence of seeing that in America. The community suffers. Now, Eboni K. Williams happens to be doing somewhat financially okay. That doesn't mean that socially she'll have everything figured out. And it's just a sad thing when you decide to have a child without the mother or father being there. It really robs the child of that situation. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another.
Good evening, Don Armando. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. Now, in all fairness, there was a lot to take in regarding that short video. Tonight topic is Eboni K. Williams, the single mom. Okay. Good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. Now, I want to reiterate what happened with Emily K. Williams becoming a single mom. I have no problems with her getting herself pregnant through artificial insemination. She's an adult. She can make her own choices. I have a problem with the belief that there's very few or almost no qualified Black men out there, or men, period. That is my disagreement. And then she quotes scripture, which is Psalm 37, verse 4, which says, trust in the Lord and the God will give you the desires of your heart. Excuse me? Where does the Bible say that it's okay to get pregnant through artificial insemination without the presence of the father? Where? What? Okay, you don't see that in the King James Bible. You don't see it in the NIV Bible. You don't see it in the Amplified Bible. You don't see it in any Bible. Okay? Yes, I did. Actually, what I did was it was regarding Father's Day. Okay? And of course, I did a shout out to the man that who was my father, which was Gomesino Negron, which has been, it's going to be almost 12 years that he passed away, but he lives forever in my heart. Okay. And again, this is the thing. And again, let me make this perfectly clear. I don't have an issue with her making the decision to become a child through artificial insemination. I don't have an issue regarding what is her preferences as far as dating. Okay, that is her choice. Where I have an issue is that she's trying to find scripture to bless something that the Bible considers an abomination. That's where I have the problem. Okay. If she just simply said, I got myself artificially pregnant for artificial insemination for the purpose of becoming a child and not waiting to find a man, I can live with that. Okay. I don't know if she is a Christian or not. I don't know. It's not my place to figure that out. Okay. That's an issue between her and God. And I am not going to say that she's a Christian. I'm not going to say she's not a Christian. Okay. But actually quoting scripture to support the choices that she made, because anyone that's a student of the Bible would tell you. Okay. Now I see here we have a guest, and of course we're gonna hear different points of view. So let me just state for the record, the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host on the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to image some of the views that people may hold may be considered offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the channel, you can block the channel. Good evening, Gigi.
Hey, Jose, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I just came up to keep you a little bit of company.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm talking about, of course, Ebony K. Williams and her decision to become a single mom through
Hmm.
artificial insemination. As I
Hmm.
stated, I mean, that is her choice. I respect her choice. Okay. When I found this, where the issue is the belief that there's virtually no appropriate men out there, and her using scripture to justify it.
Oh, see, I don't know. I know that she is Manosphere content gold, but I don't know what's going on. What does she say?
Okay, actually, she quoted a verse of scripture, which is 37, Psalm 37, verse 4, was trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he'll grant you the desires of your heart.
Okay.
Okay, now my thing is this. Now, if she simply just said, I'm going to become a single mom, and I'm going to do it this way, and not mention God into it, I'm okay with that. But for me to use scripture to bless something that, in my understanding of the Bible, is not biblical.
Mm, okay.
I mean,
Well, I don't know what to say about that one. I don't know. It's weird.
well, but let's keep it. No, okay, one thing I will say this much about Ebony K. Williams: she's beautiful, she's articulate, she's intelligent. Okay, you either you love her or you hate her.
Well, if she's thanking God, I mean, ultimately it still is up to God. Just because people can get artificially inseminated doesn't mean that they are necessarily always going to get pregnant. So you still do get the blessing from God.
Hmm. I understand that. It's just that this is okay. This is the problem. Okay, she's trying to find a quality man that's at least similar to income and professional level as she is. There's not many men of that caliber out there, regardless what I mean, whether they be white, black, or Latino, or what have you. And those men that are out there, they get to pick who they wish to date and marry.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know, Jose. We disagree on this. I don't really. I think women can do whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, she's taking the responsibility. She's going to pay for it. Um, would it make everybody feel better if she were to just, pick up some dude from McDonald's and get knocked up, or what?
Well, okay. Well, like I said before, I mean, she's well within her rights to take this course of action.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Hmm.
okay, so I mean,
I
and
know, I get it.
again,
We're just here to give our commentary. I get it. I just don't. There's something about her that just strikes, like these spaces, on YouTube for some reason. Why? What is it that she does that has her such a like hot topic?
okay,
Because she's like a political commentator, right?
she's okay. Well,
And a
actually,
lawyer.
she's an attorney. She's a commentator. She's also been on different TV series, series of things of that nature. Um, Now I understand that she attended one of the most prestigious law schools. So and she's very definitely extremely intelligent.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
So it's
and
probably
again,
just because she's so accomplished and beautiful, right? That's why there's all this attention on her, right?
okay. Well, there are many reasons. There are many reasons. Okay, first of all, you have that's and I'm gonna keep it 100. You have a lot of insecure men that not feeling her at all. Okay, me, it's like basically, you know what? It's your life. You decide whatever. But it's just that I find it very off-putting.
But she likes to
Which,
go back and forth, right? She likes for all this discussion to get sparked, right? She engages, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Good evening, Irby.
What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Mm,
So I'm sure, Irby, you have a couple of things to say regarding the whole Ebony K. Williams situation.
not really at this point. At this point, it's her life, really.
Yeah.
I just think it's some hypocrisy because Ebony K. Williams is a beautiful, educated woman. Don't tell me she cannot find no man.
Okay.
Well, there's a
But
lot of beautiful, educated women that don't have a man. Isn't that what the manosphere says? They don't want nobody with no brain or no job, you know?
I'm not manosphere, Gigi.
I didn't say you were. I'm talking about you two.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. Good
In my
evening.
opinion,
Oi, how you doing?
Hey, Don.
Hello, Don
well
Armando. How
done,
you doing?
well done.
How you doing? This is Sheikh.
Okay. Okay, Shake. What you think
You know,
about
this
the
is
whole
all started.
topic?
Maybe she put her personal life out there like a little too much when she did that Ivana thing. Maybe that's what people. That's why.
Well, this is what I think. I think that Ebony K. Williams needs to go to Saudi Arabia, and then after that, she needs to be my fifth wife. Now I'm just fucking with y'all. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm fine. I just had to
Jose, but you low key got a crush on Ebony, I think, though.
Yo, because Jose be pressed. That's why I was asking. Because Jose definitely, I mean, you're right there. Go holla at her. See what's up.
yeah.
Tell her you're on the board.
Yeah,
No, 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 no.
yeah,
Jose,
yeah,
come on. You know you would date Ebony K. Williams if you could. Come on.
yeah, Gigi. You
Why
know what's
wouldn't
funny?
he? Huh?
I know, right? Yo,
Yeah.
Gigi. You know what's funny that somebody was referring to all of us as scum, which is funny. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Uh-oh.
like dag. I mean, like dag.
I don't know.
Oh,
Everywhere I go, the people start bringing up the tea, and then it's like, oh my God, Gigi's drama. So I don't know. Have you seen what's been going on, Jose, today for the Father's Day special drama?
Speaking about drama, and I was trying to reach out to you in private. Um, a certain individual has has a troll impersonating this YouTube creator.
wow.
Was that confirmed? I never saw it confirmed.
I actually saw the video earlier today, and
No, I meant when we were in the live, it was never confirmed that that was true. I mean, it may be, but I don't know. The
Yeah,
person came in there and said that somebody was impersonating them, and they kept typing the same things that the troll was saying. So what was the
this
difference?
is this is all alleged, but I don't believe it though, in my personal opinion.
And
okay,
Anthony's over there spinning the narrative and sharing the video and just doing the most. I mean, and I guess I get it. Anthony, I'm a fair person or whatever. I get the point. Like he made a good point when he said when he had came to my platform that this dude was going in on him or whatever. But like I did stop it once it started to like cross the line. And I think that was just kind of like my issue where it was just like the dragging was going on for like a half an hour and out like the whole stream really, right?
Yeah.
I just thought that it kind of derailed the conversation, and it was, this person was putting in personal information about me, some of it true, some of it not, and it just allowed me to know that this person has been doing like a lot of close research on me, which is just like, I don't know why some of these men on here sit at home thinking about me and looking at me
Yeah.
and my family.
I
I mean,
had to, I saw
it's,
the fake disclaimer video today, and I had to leave that comment on his thing saying, "Oh, I ain't bring up nobody's name. We got
you know what's funny is that on Twitter, this guy went up and posted like on my house information and was saying that, oh, that I got a filthy row home and everything like that. I'm like, okay, so what? So if you want to go around and talk about me being having a row home and all this stuff, okay, so where's your home at? You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, I you it's to the point that this person actually went up and posted info after info after info that he wasn't even supposed to get. So now you want to go and post my house information and everything like that. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna ever come to Philadelphia, and if you do, what? There's a whole bunch of people that don't even like you because apparently the person want to go on and bash other people's space on certain platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they ain't right.
him." Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's true or not true. I'm just simply saying what I saw earlier today. I mean, it's just basically the circus is performing. That's all.
Golden
Yeah,
Yeah,
Days
it's like a
back.
basically.
rerun. I've just realized that, I can't continue to interact with people that show me time and time again that they're actively working against me. I feel like at this point people make up with me to just turn around and fight with me so they can say, see, like, to continue the narrative. Because really, no matter how kind I am, it's always the same result. So I'm pretty much done being nice. I'm done with people playing on my name. I'm done with motherfuckers sitting up and stirring up drama and tea and sitting back and acting like they don't. I'm done with all of it. So there's that.
Yep.
That's why I refer to these people as the mentally and intellectually challenged because they are challenged. And some of these people need to be a candidate to be in a 72-hour involuntary and
GG.
place
How
in a
many
rubber
times do I have
room.
to say I don't want to fight with these men? And even when I seen these people on your platform, Jose, I didn't say shit to them. You know what I'm saying? I just ignored them. Like, but for whatever reason, I'm not fixing to sit up here and be fighting over damn Anthony on social media. Go with the niggas and just leave me be. And I'll leave you be, and we're good with that. And that's it. I don't got time to play these games. Whether you're not engaging in the same behavior as these people are, you're still, kiki and ha with them and adding to the damn storyline and supporting it. So therefore, you're in the circus.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Irby and the Duke or the Earl or whatever.
Ugh, I'm sure they'll come back.
Yeah, but look, I have said this before and I'm going to say it again. If it was left up to me, everyone who wants to create a YouTube channel will have to undergo a psychological evaluation. That would get rid of a lot of these yahoos that's out there. Um, but,
Yeah, because it was a good stream. Other than that, that just killed the vibe of it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it was a good stream. But I mean, why am I going to go and, assist in a conversation, help your live stream, help your channel? If I can't just get like the basic requirement of a little bit of respect, where it's like slight trolling is one thing, but he was in there. He was, I mean, calling Multi a pig, calling me names as well. It was disgusting.
I was trying my best to be on my best behavior, but
well, well, let me just make it perfectly clear. Of course, you and Irby are always welcome on my platform.
thank you, Jose. Well, Gigi, like I said, this is probably another episode of our golden days of our lives.
Yeah, yeah. So I said it was a rerun.
More like a rerun of a rerun.
Hmm.
See, Jose, we brought you up last night.
Yeah, we were trying to like broker peace there as well. Hmm.
Okay. I take it his request, it was a denial.
No, not necessarily. The thing about Anthony is that he just doesn't take any accountability for his part in it. So he'll just come up with different excuses of why the things that he does is right. So he did a little bit of that, but there wasn't like a flat out no.
Yeah.
No. See, okay, now I get it. Maybe because of my age, the reason why the accountability is important is because if you're not willing to take accountability, the issue will always going to come up again and again and again and again. Um, that's the reason why. Now, granted, I'm from a different generation. I mean, basically, when I was a kid, I mean, the phone hung on the wall. Google didn't exist. Our form of Google was an encyclopedia.
Yeah, but accountability is accountability. Respect is respect. Anyway, how? Okay, I don't agree with that with the generational thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I always take account. The first thing that came out of my mouth when I came up here, I was like, well, he had a point. He did get drug on my channel, right? Like, I don't have any problem like saying different things that I do that might be shady or at least interpreted as being shady. But other people just refuse to take any responsibility for anything that they do, and it's just easier just to say it's all me. And so it's just really the general theme of this space um, at this point. And so I just revel in it. Like, I don't care. Y'all want to make me the villain? Fine, I'm the fucking villain. Say hello to the bad gal, the biracial bad gal.
Okay, but look, I've been dealing with you and Multi for over 2 years. Okay, and I'm gonna say it, and people don't like it. I don't care. You and Multi are two of the most realistic people on this platform.
Well, Jose, they say, well, look, she was fighting with this one or the exoticals or this like. And what about you? What about you, and you? Who have and you been fighting with for the past 3 years? Okay, all of y'all been in drama.
Yeah,
Including me.
that's why. That's why I call it the circus. I mean, because you have these people acting like a bunch of clowns. Okay, and then they have these narratives which makes no sense. But then again, look who's speaking. Look who's bringing up the same narratives again and again and again, and it's getting kind of
And
old.
it's not that I'm playing victim either. I'm just saying, hey, like it's called creating boundaries. Like, like, hey, if you come to my channel, I won't let them drag you. You come on, and vice versa. It's just boundaries. It's not playing victim. That's why I said it's no beef with me. Like, if I can't, like, if you're gonna let the chat drag me, and I can take trolling because I'm not like soft like that, but it was too much and it was personal information. It was just a lot going on, and just like really, crazy disrespect. But if I can't at least get, a peace of mind, then I just won't go on your channel. Like that's not beef. That's just boundaries.
Yeah,
I told them the same thing last night. You got to end that.
Yeah. So, but what pissed me off, and the reason why I was talking smack to him in his live stream when he came back live, it was because when he came back, he's saying, "Oh, I'm going to moderate the comments." Like instead of just saying that, it was more so deflected back onto me because he tried triangulating by saying, Multi was, oh, it was supposed to be Multi, but it's just Gigi's the drama. People always try to triangulate me and Multi or whatever,
But
but
I was trying to figure out how I didn't bring up Vanguard. How the hell you say I brought up Vanguard?
Well, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you did it first, but I guess I technically did, but I wasn't dragging him. We were talking about the bluish thing, and I said that was
Yeah,
one of the reasons why he had an. It is true, you know what I'm saying? But nobody was like dragging him or talking shit about him, and he just came in there acting crazy. So,
yeah. I had to leave a comment and say I ain't bring up no Vanguard. Nah, I brought up somebody, but I ain't bring up none of those guys.
So, I mean, and anyways, who is he? Like, he brings up everybody else. Like, who is he not to be brought up? And it's the last time I checked, we were all on the freaking panel spilling tea and being messy. It wasn't just like who is he?
Yeah, we were all talking shit last night. I thought it was a good time. I
It's
thought it
the
was a good
same thing as
scene.
it always is. They bypass everything that everybody says. They are hyper focused on Gigi at all times. And that's why I say, you guys keep letting me know over and over and over, I'm that bitch. Period.
Well,
But that was him though, because he was hyper. He was hyper focused on you. He was even talking shit about Moti and Georgia and me. This. He was hyper focused on you in the chat, so it was him. It wasn't no damn somebody pretending.
so it seems like he can dish it out, but she cannot take it.
Yeah.
You know, Anthony's role in the whole deal with them is, like I said, is he doesn't come out and do the terrible shit, but he just perpetuates the narrative. He does the background work. Like, he'll go and spread their lies as if it's truth. You know what I'm saying? That's his role in the circus.
Well, all I can say is bless his heart. I mean, he wants to carry on with the stupidity, fine, as long as he doesn't bring his stupidity over here.
Yeah, because I mean, once these people are just like researching me and looking up my family and doing all this weirdo shit, like, I'm trying to disengage, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna. You want this dude to come up here on the panel and you want me to argue and fuss back and forth with him, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not fighting with men on YouTube. Period.
If he would came on the panel last night, I would have left. I ain't with that.
I don't got time for that nonsense.
I
I was over there to support Anthony, but you know, it's like a similar theme with them. And even when things would happen with Bluish and stuff, it's like I just can't support these people. At the end of the day, my numbers are numbering, and no matter how much they try to make everybody turn against me or this, and my numbers are numbering. So it is what it is. I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep doing me, regardless.
exactly. I mean, the best thing we can do is just be the best version of ourselves. And if those who can't deal with it, well, there's the door.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah,
is, Jose, oh,
go ahead.
we were all talking smack. Now today, I see posters of people talking about. See, we were just talking about this last night. We were all talking shit. Now people are talking about Pookie and light skinned men getting appreciation day. I don't know what happened to them.
Wait, what now? What happened?
Oh, you didn't see
What?
The post about what?
some of the polls. They'll say the same old thing like Pookies and oh the Pookie baby mamas or they want they want to be treated the same way like they get treated by Pookies and all this other nonsense. We're just talking
Oh,
about
I
this
didn't
shit.
even see all that nonsense. Is that what is that what he's posting over there?
Well, that what's I don't even want to see that person is posting that and they were liking it because I think he's showing something about showing pictures of light skinned men with other races of women or with black women. I don't, the same thing we was just talking about and talking shit about last night. It's like
Oh,
they doing that gender thing that mixed men versus mixed women or biracial women versus biracial men.
Oh boy.
I mean, some of these people would rather fight with the women than work with them towards something. So that's their plight. That's that ain't got shit to do with me.
Yeah. Like I said, if they want to carry on with the buffoonery, keep it over
Yeah,
there.
it's. I don't take
I
it
know
serious.
how
Like
to
I
hit a
said,
link. I know how to fucking engage in a show. I know how to make a show. I have fucking opinions and shit like that. Like, I'm an asset to your platform. If you want to let panel killers and shit like that, ruin your platform and you want to be associating your brand with all that, have at it, bro. Like, I'm not mad. Literally, I'm not mad. I'm just like, at this point, what were we saying on the stream? Go where you're fucking appreciated. If I'm not appreciated,
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah,
yeah. Basically, that's where I'm going. That's the stance that I had to take because there were certain places that I wasn't being appreciated and stuff like that. So you know, I just went up and I went to my own. And I just have my own lane. Certain people are mad at it, and from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are still mad at it. So it is what it is.
Um, Before I forget, happy Father's Day to all the great men who've been a positive role model, whether it be a biological father, a stepfather, a foster father, a grandfather, uncle, older brother, older cousin, whatever. Any man that's been a positive role model to someone else, huge shout out to all of you.
Yeah, but
Yes,
anyway,
happy Father's Day, everybody.
how was
I hope you guys
everybody's
had a
Yo,
beautiful
Father's?
day.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Well, I have to admit, I appreciate the fact because some of my cyber children um, express Father Day wishes to me.
yeah,
Did
Cool.
you enjoy your day, Jose?
Yeah, it was it was a quiet day. Basically, I just of course, I go to church and then I just did my household chores or whatever, and just relax, getting ready for tomorrow. It's a long day working remotely, so
got you,
and I called someone, a friend of mine who's been dealing with some personal stress in her life, to try to give her some words of encouragement.
got you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we all just have to keep in mind that when people are talking about you, whether it's good or whether it's bad, unfortunately, there is no bad press in entertainment, right? So
Right?
you're
Yeah,
just keeping
Exactly.
motherfuckers relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just look at it as I just shook my shoulder off at this time and said, like I said, it's the golden days. Like, not long as it's not attacking me like personally in my personal life, in my everyday life, then I just shook it off. I'm like, whatever.
Yo,
yeah.
yo, Gigi,
What's that?
you gotta come to New York in August. You know what I mean?
What's in
If you
August?
can.
The Dominican Day Parade?
Yep.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it this August. We have to shoot for next year.
Okay. Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
is the best parade? The Dominican Day Parade or the Puerto Rican Day Parade? I don't
Well, okay.
Okay.
Okay. It'll be the Puerto Rican parade because it has more people. But then the West Indian parade has a lot more people than the Puerto Rican parade because I guess it's longer or something like that.
Okay. The Dominican parade's probably getting bigger and bigger every year, though, right? As more people.
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Well, the fact of the matter is, okay, of course, me and Donna Mano, we do have a slight bias because we enjoy our parades. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I was one year I actually went to the Dominican Day Parade in the Bronx, and I had a great time. This year I went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and I actually got myself a seat in the VIP section.
Oh, let
Yep.
me just clear something really quick too, Jose. You know that troll channel over there? They're saying that I admitted on Anthony's stream that my husband is a gang member. I never admitted any such thing. Okay, I'm a grown ass woman.
What?
What I said was that this person knows that my ex husband was a gangster. That's what I said. I didn't say that my husband he works. Okay, we're normal regular people.
All right. All right. So therefore,
This
all
was
right.
that shit was this was hella it was hella. I'm sorry, I gotta respond. That shit was hella
To,
disrespecting calling your
nah,
ex
nah. If you
husband
think, nah,
two six nine.
if you think that's bad, they went up and they trying to say that the troll accounts or whatever the case may be will try to say that you're Marge and that you're that you're miserable whenever a holiday comes up. I'm like really.
That you
I
hate
don't
that
If
you hate
people feel better thinking that I'm
mm,
miserable, then let them feel better thinking I'm miserable. I don't know. Like it's just like a personal problem.
And also they
It
be
is.
trying to that Sean they be calling Gigi prejudice. They be saying that oh she hates black women, she hates MGM women.
And also that she has like a bunch of baby daddies. Is like, excuse me.
For a whole sector to kind of like band together at different moments of time just for one woman, I mean, I don't know. It's strange, but it also reminds me of the power within myself.
Yeah,
Isn't that because your
yeah, yeah,
channel is
yeah,
more
yeah,
your
yeah.
channel
Welcome
is
to the
more
club, Gigi. There's a whole
isn't it?
sector there's a whole sector, and well, actually two sectors who are actually against me just because I say I'm a Dominican.
But I mean, all we're influencers, we're content creators. All we do is just come out here and give our opinion. So for someone's opinion to just hurt people to their soul or bother them so much, I'm one woman out of like a million different women and ladies on YouTube. If you don't like me,
Maybe
don't
they
watch
just
me.
maybe they jealous of your channel G because it's more entertaining and you got more people following you, more subs in the sector other than the other one.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
oh,
to the
oh,
point
oh,
that the sector doesn't support me. They cloud watch me. So it's like, yeah, they all watch me, but at the same time, they've also have made it for years to where it's like people don't even want to support because then they become a target of harassment. And
Oh
that's not
yeah,
cool.
I know about that shit
I'm,
firsthand.
I'm, I'm,
um,
I mean, I mean, for all the law-abiding citizens, if you feel that you're going to be a target of harassment, just do your due diligence and know your rights.
you know what I think? I think what we have is we have some frustrated boys that have a crush on you and don't know how to deal with it.
Frustrated incels.
Isn't it kind of weird? Like you go out of your way to just convince everybody that I'm just so undesirable, and I'm just a baby mama, and I break niggas' legs and shit. Like this shit is wild, okay? Like all of this to just try to deter men away from me. It's not gonna work. Men like me. I'm sorry. Get over it. Everywhere I go, they like me. Okay.
Well,
Isn't
Nah, but
that the fact
And not
that
because
it's
I'm a
for bigger and
conceited person,
danger.
but I'm also friendly. I'm outgoing. I'm
well,
It's
kind.
isn't,
exactly.
isn't the fact that there are
It's just that the
incels?
agenda that they're having for all of us is that some of these people they're actually working for racists and everything like that. So therefore, it's not be it's, they could go in and be jealous of what your success is. The only thing is that all these racist sectors are actually working together to try to break down content creators and everything like that. I've been seeing this happening from like around 2 or 3 years within the YouTube and TikTok space.
Well,
These
I
are
know that
incels.
sometimes I get caught up in the mess as far as like watching with drama in other sectors, and then I have to come back to reality and be like, let me go do some work on my damn channel. So that would be my advice to everybody who is somehow fixated on me. Just go do some work on your channel, and content is king, period, point blank. The hate, when you're going out of your way to make a person look so bad, it's ultimately backfiring because it's showing everybody your shitty character. You're making yourself look bad while you're trying to make me look bad.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's incel
And then
behavior,
when you come
Gigi.
out here and you act psychotic, and then you wonder why people don't fuck with you, and then you're sitting there and you're hating me even more because now these people aren't fucking with you. They're not fucking with you because of me. They're not fucking with you because they're seeing you act insane.
Yep.
It's incel behavior, Gigi.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's incel behavior when you actually have a. I think it's a mental problem when you actually have to create fantastic stories about people that you do not know, and you're mad at that person. Your principal anger about that person is just because he's friends with somebody that you don't know. So you go and you dig up a whole bunch of records and everything like that, and try to say, "Oh, we're gonna," and actually saying online that you're gonna try to call the authorities on me just because you're mad because I'm friends with somebody that you're not cool with.
What's up with this digging records thing? There are people. There are worse people. There are like murderers on YouTube. YouTubers on the
Child,
YouTuber channel.
please. Do not let that hardened criminal up on your platform. She punched somebody. Who gives a fuck?
Um,
Okay.
Thank you.
guys, okay, but remember, guys, Don Amano is a monoracial. Irby's a simp. You're a baby mama, and I'm an old, now
yo,
lonely white
yo,
guy.
it's funny, right?
The funny thing about
Like
being a baby mama is once you get married, you're no longer a baby mama, right? You're a married woman, right? Guess what? I
right.
ain't never. They want to talk about I'm the Jaja Kavor. Was that what was her name? The one that had all them husbands? Jaja. Is
John
that
Jacob Boy,
Well,
Elizabeth
actually,
Taylor.
you know
actually,
Elizabeth
It was
I
Taylor?
I love the
Gabor,
husband.
and it was
You know
Elizabeth.
they
What's
want to
her
make me
name?
out to be the
Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, but you know what? Yeah, she didn't have no problem having no husbands. I'll tell you that,
Mhm.
and neither have I.
You know who's gonna be up there with who's gonna be up there with Elizabeth Taylor and John Jacob Boy?
J Lo.
Yeah, yeah.
J Lo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
all I can
another thing.
say is, bless their
Go
hearts
ahead.
because
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more thing I got to dispel. They're saying that I was 15 years old and I got pregnant from a 40-year-old. I'm just gonna leave that there and put it out there. That is absolutely ridiculous. And if y'all believe any of this bullshit, then you're slow.
that you got pregnant at 15.
By a 40-year-old man, yeah.
Ridiculous.
But
Okay.
I, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just pull this shit out of their ass. The fact of the matter is, I did have a baby young, but we were together and we ended up getting married, and that was like my first love type situation. And sometimes that happens. I'm not ashamed about that, but they always got to put 20 on 10 and add to it and say, "Oh, it was by a 40-year-old man." There's always some sort of deviancy thrown into every story to make it disgusting and bad on in these parts around here, and it's weird,
No, no,
and it
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
lets you into
yeah,
these people's minds and what how their minds work. It's
yeah.
always been
Uh,
some predator shit.
For example, they want like the deviant that we're talking about, right? You went up and
I'm
said
not talking
that.
about any deviant in particular. I'm
Well,
just talking about in
we're just
general.
talking. Yeah, we're just talking about deviants in general, right?
mhm.
Now, the deviant alleges I that I'm that I'm actually stalking men on the internet. Okay, well, what's the proof? You know what I'm saying? It's funny.
Good evening, Tampa Supreme. Long time no see, no see in this
Hey
Hi,
platform.
Tampa,
Tampa Supreme.
long time.
But
I haven't been to. I wish I could go to Tampa again. It's a great city.
I love
Ybor,
Tampa.
Ybor, Ybor
hmm
City.
I had
You gotta
many,
love it.
many, many fun times in Ybor City.
wow.
I had like one time up in Ybor City, and it was at the Club Prana, right? I never seen the club. This is what I'm saying from an East Coast standpoint. I never seen a club that it was like so many levels, right? Imagine 5 floors of everybody of all the party you could think of. You had the West Indians, you had the Latinos, you had the gays, then you had I think it was Asians and stuff. Then you go up to the hot then you go up to the roof and everybody was just partying. I could tell you, Caprano is the bomb.
Wow.
Whoever went up and made those levels is a genius.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow.
my ex used to live on the strip in Ybor City. He was biracial actually.
Mhm.
Very good looking, very fun and successful, but you know, all those things combined, he was a playboy. So he wasn't like settled down material. But yeah, we had a lot of fun out there in Ybor City.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
What happened? I
Well,
missed something.
well, speaking about traveling, I'm gonna be going to San Diego in November to attend a benefit conference for our welfare fund.
Oh yeah, yeah. You told us. You told us. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to go to California one day. I've never been.
Yeah, me
yeah. I
neither.
want to go to California
Mhm.
to Los Angeles.
Well, some people think that Los Angeles is kind of like New York West. I don't know if that's true.
I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, I can never say that because I never been to Los Angeles, but I do know that Los Angeles and its surrounding areas and everything like that, you got its good, you got its bad, and then you got the areas that are like simply no go zones. So
Yeah.
if I ever do go to California, I'll just hit up Georgia and maybe you could show me around the best places out there since
Hmm.
he's more familiar with California than I am.
Yeah. But going back, to the original topic, like I said before, I mean, Ebony K. Williams can do whatever the flush she wants. It's her choice regarding, she wants to become a single mom and how she wants to get it done. I mean, there are risks involved, to being pregnant at 40.
Yeah. But Jose, be honest. Do you have a crush on
No, no. I just find her an interesting topic to discuss, and I wanted to do something a reaction video because really I don't do a lot of reaction videos. That's not my cup of tea. But you got to do things differently.
Exactly.
Oh, Gigi, do you see you still there, Gigi?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, did you see somewhere I don't know, was it on it was on one of those channels, some of those divestors was attacking Ebony K. Williams too. I don't know, they were talking about when you're the preference, when you're the preference, when you have beauty and educating, when you're the preference and you still cannot get married, or and you still become a single mom. And they were talking about her privilege, her light skin privilege did not help her. I
Mm.
was like, what? Ebony K.
All of
Williams
this is
light
just
skin?
like rooted in misogyny or whatever, and it's just like, just let people be. You know what I mean? Everybody's so worried about who does or who doesn't have a partner, who isn't married, and the same people that are worried about it ain't married their damn selves.
Yeah.
It could be that there's certain men are kind of thirsty.
Exactly. Well, I'm about to get off, so it was nice talking to y'all.
You
Well, thank you
too.
very
Maybe
much
what?
for
Good
stopping
night.
by, Don Armando.
Done.
Anytime.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
You know what?
Actually, I'm going to
You
be
know what I
doing.
just hoping. You know, I just hoping all of this.
Well,
I hope she just a mouth. I'm sorry, I have to see.
I don't know. I wish her luck or whatever. I'm sure she'll be fine, and I'm sure she'll probably find a man too. She'll probably get everything. She's
She
already
like
thanking God in advance. I'm sure she'll get everything she wants.
she's like Cher. I'm gonna be happy. I'll be next to her like Jose. So you don't want Ebony K. Williams. I want her. She look good. She's like a Barbie doll. That's the I ain't never took that away from her.
okay. Well, look. Let's keep it real, guys. I'm old enough to be her father.
Are you? How old is she? Oh, yeah,
She's
she's like,
40,
oh, okay, okay.
and I'm 61. I'm going to be 62 in October.
Mm. Well,
And besides, I'm
And let's be honest with you. If if people like Cause if her and Drea Michelle is about like the same age as if Drea can get a young guy, Ebony K could.
Well, I think Drea's kind of going for the younger, more impressionable, and like whatever type guys, and I think Ebony's probably looking for the more serious type older guys,
Yeah.
and not like basketball players and shit like that.
Well, the problem with the basketball players is because they all have groupies and groupies in their city and things of that nature. So, and she doesn't come across as a person that will want a athlete. She's more like want someone that's at least at her level, if not higher.
Yeah, she wants a CEO or something. She doesn't want a basketball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see her with in my opinion, since she's a lawyer, I always see her with another lawyer. That's why when Ivana fixed my life, like my mother always say, she needs to fix her own life. um, when she had that bus driver coming, I didn't agree with that. Like, why would she date a bus driver? She would date another guy that's like a lawyer or a businessman or a doctor.
Yeah, it's a little bit disingenuous because they act like men don't do the same thing. I mean, sometimes, yeah, a man will marry some just like random just because she's hot or whatever. But like people that have real wealth, people that have legacy, the kind of man that Ebony wants, these men usually do pick from good stock, right? They're not gonna go get like a video vixen or they want to know like your family, where you came from, what you got. So men do the same thing, period.
Yeah.
When you got something to protect, you're gonna make wiser decisions.
Yeah. And if she does find someone, most likely she's going to want to have a prenup in place, so therefore the guy doesn't take her to the cleaner, so to speak.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, and you can't blame her for that. Okay. And even with the whole situation regarding the bus driver remark, I said, the fact of the matter is, when it comes to finding someone on her level or higher, they're few and far between, and usually they're the ones that get to pick whoever they wish to date or marry.
Yeah.
Look, those bus drivers be chasing, be trying to holler at them damn young girls, man. I be seeing that shit when I be, yeah, look.
Well, I've been taking excessive rides, so I don't have to deal with the bus driver or the subway. Well, but then again, I have a disability, so therefore, I mean, I have to depend what I have to depend on.
The problem is that everybody's online complaining they can't find a man or they can't find a woman, but you know, there's so many single people though. So like, where is that disconnect? Where do you think that is?
I think the problem is unrealistic expectations on both sexes.
Yeah, and they need to go outside, like I was saying last night. People need to go outside or go on Tinder.
I agree. I think that that's a part of it too, because like, back in the day, people had to actually meet up and actually try for each other, and now it's just like a swipe left or a swipe right, and people might be swiping their husbands or their wives. You know what I'm saying? Just based on, when you meet somebody in person, they might not. You might look at them on a picture and not think they're the hottest thing in the world, but if you meet them in person, it might be a different experience because a way a person is or their being can make them more attractive to you, or their sense of humor or whatever it is. They're intelligent or whatever, and you're not going to get that just by looking at their picture real quick. You know what I mean? Of course everybody wants someone that they're attracted to, but I'm just saying that people do become more attractive when you really like their personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is the beauty will bring the initial attention, but it's what slides inside that will keep a person.
And then like with the dating apps and stuff, there's also the whole thing of like just the unlimited options, like for women. Cause I remember like, before when I was single and I would be on them or whatever, it's like next, next, next. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking for because there's so many options really. So I think that makes it different too, that people have all these, but they're not really real options, right? But they appear to be options when you're like going through databases looking for somebody, you know.
Well, another problem is people using filters to try to make themselves look better than what they are.
That too, it's a lot of catfishing when these people actually meet up in person.
They'd be like, "You
Yeah.
don't look like your thing."
Look. I remember. Like 90 Day Fiance. I think it was before the 90 days, where there was this guy from Tunisia was interested in this woman in her 40s, and
Muhammad.
no, not Muhammad. I
Oh,
forgot. No, it's a different person altogether. But she used a lot of filters.
oh, okay.
So so when they actually met, it's like, well, you don't look exactly what your pictures look like. I mean,
Yeah, that too.
but let's keep it real. Both sexes do that.
You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta say this though. I ain't never see this in real life, or even men crying on. I get it with the beauty politics, with maybe some women, maybe it's an issue, but I ain't never seen men cry like this online about dating. This is new to me.
No.
I think. Look, the problem is
Well, women too. Women are doing it too. You know.
Yeah,
the
but
problem.
oh,
The problem
but
is you have a lot.
you know what that old saying was like about men, about some men would hit anything that walk, because you be seeing a lot of, you are 600 pound life and all these other stuff. I'm like, them women still got their man 600 pound life. They man be right there by them.
Right there feeding them Pizza Hut.
That's why I'm like, where does this come from? All these men crying about dating? Is it that, I
That's
don't know?
why I don't have that mentality, and I don't relate to this type of content that these people are putting out, because I just never, it's never been a way that I couldn't, there's always an option. Maybe it's different for women, you know what I mean? But
Mm,
it's weird. I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
I remember late last year. I actually met this lady in Olive Garden, and we started talking, and then eventually I had to like block her because she was giving me fatal attraction vibes. Good evening, Denise. How you doing tonight?
so Denise,
Thank you very much. I mean, so we went from actually meeting to like, oh, I want to sleep with you. I want you to do this and I want you to do that. It's like, huh? What?
Did you get intimidated, Jose, or just turned off?
I was look. I know I'm like 10,000 years old, and maybe I belong to a different generation than it's just that the way I see it, if she was willing to give it up to me, she might have been willing to give it up to like some other dudes as well.
was she younger or your age?
She was in her 40s.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. I mean, look. I mean, I usually don't talk to strangers, but I thought that this girl was okay. You know, could have been a friend, someone to talk about whatever. So we went from going to a friend and like, oh, I want to make love with you. I want you to do this and I want you to do that. It's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Even if I didn't have someone, okay, it's just that I have a different approach. Even when I met even when I met my ex-wife for the first time, she wanted us to make love right away, and I'm saying, I'm sorry, I got to get to know you first.
This is random, Jose, but it just popped in my brain because of our conversation last night when we were talking about doing the shorts and stuff. It really does work because I just did a Nicki Minaj one and I got like almost 30 subs off of it. So
Yeah.
these damn shorts really do work.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I've gotten I mean, most of the subs I've gotten is because of the shorts.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
can I say something?
I
G?
need to do some more of them. I need to get on my shorts grind.
What's your
Sorry, that was
what's your
random and off topic, but we
No,
talked
it's
about it last
okay.
night.
Well,
Mhm.
what's yours that gave you the most views, Gigi? The you were doing the mixed woman thing or the Nikki thing?
No, the Nikki thing. It's like over 10,000. It's probably 11, 12,000 by now.
well, I did one short on a friend from Canada, and they gotten close to 6,000 views.
Yeah, previously my highest viewed short was like almost 7,000, and it was the one with Chrissy and the gold talking about the golden sphere. So yeah, this is the highest short that I've ever made. And it was something positive. It was about her little baby. So there is something to say about that positive content, you know what I mean? We don't always have to have outrageous things or drama or shade to get subs.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know, it's
Well,
celebrity tea at
actually,
the end of it's celebrity tea at the end of the day, though.
on my other channel, Gigi, I'm going to do a topic that might be interesting regarding Latinos supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah, that is interesting. I saw that setup.
Oh yeah, do Latinos get criticized for like supporting like Republic, just not just Donald Trump, or being Republican or being conservative?
I think
And
everybody gets judged for being Republican or conservative, right?
yeah, but you know, like in people of color community, you know, Gigi, that's a big no no.
I think it's probably a definite for that, right, Jose? Especially concerning like the border and stuff like that.
Well,
Probably a lot
okay,
of
well,
shame
first,
in
okay,
Latinos
well,
that
okay,
support him.
okay. You know what it is. The problem is that everyone thinks that all Latinos think the same way, whether it be politically or whatever. No, I mean, you have a lot of Latinos that actually do have conservative values, and notwithstanding all the legal stuff that's happening with Donald Trump, you have Latinos that actually truly support Donald Trump, regardless of all the legal stuff.
Yeah. Did you see that last video I did, Jose, about the woman up there that has 4 million TikTok followers?
I think I might have seen it. I don't know. If not, I'll see it. I'll definitely see it. But
I was just
I
gonna
mean,
say because I just was interested to see how some people were gonna make their reaction videos and how they were gonna spin that into something positive. They're gonna try. She pretty much came up there. She was a light skinned black woman, and she came up there and she basically told her 4 million followers that she started fighting with somebody, and she was like, "Hey, I'm light skinned, you're dark skinned, you're never gonna reach my level because I benefit from colorism." And she was just like, "You can come out here and say the same shit that I say, and I'm still gonna like go further than you," and just like really, really disgusting to be honest. And so yeah, there's certain people in the space that I see that they're gonna try to defend that, and I'm just like, this space is a mess, y'all.
Yeah, but you know that how it's once again we go back to the subject how this shit is subjective. She is kind of brown, light brown to me, but
Yeah, light brown. Hmm.
see,
so I
It's
guess
subjective because she's darker, obviously, in the summer, but yeah, she's light brown.
I guess the Pretty Dumb Club is alive and
They're gonna
unwell.
defend it. Yeah, they're gonna
no, no,
defend it.
that's their alley now.
But you
I
gotta
just want to
stand for
share this comment.
something.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I want to share this comment. I supported Trump since 2016 and still support it. Most folks would take a president that will send their kids to war and poop in his pants because they feel offended of Trump mean tweets.
Did he really poop his pants on that video?
Okay,
I think he He just went to bed. He just fall asleep. I just be seeing him fall asleep.
Okay,
But I seen a video where he was looking like he was trying to like sit down on a chair, and they were saying that he had shitted himself or something like that.
look, I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I have major issues with both Biden and Trump. Major issues. Unfortunately, those are the choices that we have. I mean, I actually at one point it was suggested I run for become president. It's like, no, I don't want the headache.
Yeah. I've been up grinding for days, staying up late, doing YouTube and stuff. I'm going to bed, Jose. But
Thank you very much for stopping by. You know that you're always welcome here.
thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your Father's Day. And shout out to everybody in the chat and shout out to everybody on the replay gang. Please hit the like on your way in or on your way out. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Good night. But in any case, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Um, Again, when everything is said and done. Um, as much as I disagree with Ebony K. wins and her decision to become single mom, it is her choice. And I mean, that's how it is. And but her belief there's no quality black men, I disagree. I don't know if he did. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if he did or did not. But I will say this much. I do not look forward to the debate because basically it's going to be two grumpy old men arguing. Um, because frankly, I mean, I'm kind of afraid that if Biden gets elected, maybe he might die in office, and then we have Kamala Harris as president. Um, we're all, you know what? I had a feeling. But you know what, daughter? To be perfectly honest, there are people who claim that Trump is demented. Of course, I'm not a therapist, so I'm not in a position to say either way. I will say this much: both people have major issues. That's always been. Uh, okay, I'm gonna say this. He's too old to run. I'm sorry. He's too old to run, and Trump keeps repeating the same thing over and over again. So basically, it's not a good choice. I mean, let me just see this comment. Well, he is old, but I haven't seen him wander away because they saw a squirrel like Joe does. Okay, like I said before, both candidates have issues. Okay, I have said that. Okay. Would you believe you're the second person that actually said that? I mean, look. But let's keep it, daughter, let's keep it real. I'm going to be 62 years old, okay? I'm going to retire between 1 to 3 years, okay? Do you really want me to get premature? Look, the thing about when you are president, it ages you like. You gotta be kidding. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't think anyone my age should be running. Okay, never mind these two people. Look, okay. I mean, in a way, I'm flattered, but same time, um, I do you know? I mean, do you know what type of life these people lead after they leave after they're no longer president? They can never drive again. They cannot go to a restaurant by themselves. Everywhere they go, they gotta have Secret Service 24/7. I mean, daughter. Okay, then let me ask you this question, daughter. Since you're so okay, okay, let me ask you this question, daughter. Since you have your heart set of me becoming president, who will be my running mate? You? Okay. Or will MK be my running mate? Or so question, who will be my running mate? Okay. Really? And so you wouldn't want a cabinet position, say Secretary of State or Attorney General or maybe Department of Education? Um, I think actually, I think you're old enough to run as a VP candidate. But you know what? If okay, you know why? Okay, you know why? If I was to be on, I would rather have you as a VP. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're the type of person you would tell it to me what it is, okay, and you would say it, and you would be, you would not sugarcoat it. You would say it as is, and I would prefer someone like that as a running mate. Okay, no, no slight, no jab at Morena, no jab at Ramon. I just happen to think that you would be a more appropriate running mate. You're quite welcome. Okay, look, I'll say this, and we have known each other for for 3 years. Okay, we have disagreed over everything, even regarding your remark regarding the LGBTQ community and how Christians are basically losing it every time that Gay Pride Month comes. I mean, look, I cannot speak for my rest of my Christian brethren. I mean, I know some people actually have a conniption fit, but I mean, it's like, okay, ambassador for what country though? That would be interesting. Well, I thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully, we will have a chance to talk before I go underneath the knife. But I will stop. I will start to wrap this up because I don't want to do like a marathon. Okay. Um, okay. That could be Great Britain. It could be Canada. It could be New Zealand, Australia. Um, We wish. Okay. But in any case, going back to the original topic, Eboni K Williams can um, do whatever she wants. Does that her using scripture to sanction her conduct? That's very off-putting to me. But in any case, Denise, on my other channel, I will be talking about Latinos supporting Donald Trump. So basically, I'm just going to have a discussion. It's going to be done on Wednesday night. Okay. But a huge shout out to all those who appear in the chat, and a huge shout out to all those that appear on the panel, and of course, a huge shout out to all the awesome men who are taking on the role of being an awesome father, whether it be a biological father, stepfather, adopted father, grandfather, uncle, cousin, older brother, or what have you. A huge shout out to all the men. You have a role that is not appreciated by a lot of people, but you do a great job. And of course, a huge shout out to my father, who is up there in heaven looking over me. A huge shout out to my younger brother, who has a son who is a teenager. I think he's 16 years old. And a huge shout out to all my nephews who are great fathers. So, with that being said, we will be live again on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. And the topic would be how to deal with adversity. Okay, that's something that we all have to deal with. And so I'm just going to give you my thoughts how to deal with adversity and what things we can do when going through trials and tribulations. So that will be on the main channel, and on Wednesday night on Latino Diaspora, I'll be talking about Latinos who support Donald Trump. So I'm just going to give you the rationale, and then you decide. Okay. But in any case, I'm going to close the same way that we always close. We must do everything possible to avoid the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, saying good night, take care, have a great week, and peace.